Ooh. This is 5-minute daily mobility for desk workers. Are you a student, have a desk job, or find yourself just sitting a lot, and these postural positions you're in, you constantly find yourself rubbing the, hey honey, rub my shoulders muscles, or trying to stretch things out and trying to get more comfortable because you're sitting at a darn desk all day? I had a patient struggling with the same exact problem, and I gave him this exact routine. This routine is quick, fast, easy, and effective, but there was a couple other crucial strategies I gave that patient that was really effective for him to maintain the success from doing this mobility routine. Stick around because I'll share that at the end. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we get into the details, I'm gonna explain why we're doing this. If you think about it just in general, how are postural positions? Do we hold ourselves like this all day? Ain't no way. We tend to fall into this rounded C-shaped position. So let's say this, we'll call this S-shaped spine for safety, C for catastrophe. Now sitting like this is not inherently bad, right? You can sit like this. The problem is if you're doing it all day, every day, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 7 days a week, right? That builds up stress and tension. Just like if I take my finger and I bend it here, that's fine. If I hold it here for a while, you can imagine it's gonna start hurting after a while. And if I tug on even more, it's pretty painful. Is my finger broken? Do I need an injection, medication, x-ray, MRI, and all that stuff? No, I need to take the tension off. So most postural pain is really just this. Instead of the bent finger, we have a bent spine that's there too long, and we need to move it in the opposite direction to take that tension off. Now with this routine, we're gonna start from the top and work our way down through the spine. So we'll start the neck, we'll go mid-back, low back, and then we'll hit the hips. Now you can do, I recommend doing the whole thing. You can do bottom up, you can do top bottom, you can just pick one thing at a time. But my main thing with this is that if it hurts at all, do not force it. The rule is just kiss the pain or touch the pain. And if you have a significant issue going on and this hurts too much, do not keep doing it, seek some professional help. All right, so first step, we're gonna do the neck. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall, sit on our sit bones. So if you're slouched, just think of pulling your spine up toward the ceiling, up nice and tall, and we're gonna do some simple chin tucks. So if you watch me here, I'm just pulling my chin in, just like this. My eyes are on the horizon, I'm not looking down, I'm not looking up, it's just straight back, like you're giving yourself a temporary triple chin. So push it in like this. Good, if that hurts, just touch the pain. Rep that out, we're gonna do 10 of those. To get a little bit extra here, especially if you feel like it's a good stretch here, you can take the webbing between your thumb and index finger and stick it in the crease of your chin and give it a little push. Just like this. Good. Once we got that, we're gonna go into the next step. We're gonna do a chin tuck and look back. So we're gonna tuck the chin and then slowly lift the head up and look back. Good, chin tuck. Think tall spine, almost like your head is jumping over a hurdle. So tall, up and over, helps decompress the spine, makes it easier, especially if it feels a little spicy doing this. Chin tuck, tall, look up and back. Go as far as you can. If you can go all the way back, breathe out, give it a little wiggle. If it is a little bit spicy where you kiss the pain, this is a nice little tip. Take your fingertips here and put them behind your neck on either side of your spine, that bony prominence. And if you push there as a counter pressure, so I'm pushing here, tucking against it, this can make it easier. And if it does make it easier, you need that. So we'll rep out 10 of these here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After we've got that, we're gonna move on to the mid-back. Now with the mid-back, we're gonna combine that with opening up the shoulders as well to get away from this position here. So what it looks like this way is I'm gonna open up my hands and like that, open up like I'm praying, and my chest is coming forward. So think if you're wearing like a Superman logo here, that logo is like the Clark Kent, pushing the chest forward. So if you see me here, what that looks like is this. My chest is coming forward, but I'm combining it with bent arms, open hands, opening up the hands and pushing the chest forward. And then bring it back and do it again. We'll do a set of 10 there. Good. And with this, you can also add, ooh, nice little pop there. You can also combine the chin tuck with this if you want to. So you can open up here and then chin tuck. And if you're extra curious, you can add the look back with it if you like that. Good, after we have 10 of those, we're gonna move on to low back. This one here, we're gonna slouch and overcorrect with the high spine. So if this is 100% and this is 0%, we're gonna kind of float between 75 and 20%. To help you remember this, I actually call it J-Lo booty and plumber butt, right? Because that's memorable. Who knows slouch over correct? We know J-Lo booty, plumber butt. So let's go J-Lo and plumber, and J-Lo and plumber, and J-Lo. And we'll cycle through that like 10 reps total. So a J-Lo and a plumber is one. Do 10 of those, nice and easy. Remember to stay between 75 and 25%. Don't go to full end range, a little unnecessary. You can if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then after we've got that, we're gonna add a little bit more with our back, with the low back. And we're actually gonna get up out of our chair here, and we're gonna do some standing back bends. So here I'm gonna separate my feet shoulder width apart, hands behind the back, find those bony dimples at the low back and go just about like a thumb width above, where it's just like softer right above those dimples. And I'm just gonna push that forward as I lean back. This gets a little bit of extra stress off that low back that's constantly rounded in that C position. We're getting a little bit more of that S, right? Remember, S for safety, C for catastrophe. And I'm pressing back. This one's really great for me. I do it all the time. We'll get 10 reps here. Same idea as before. If it hurts, just kind of touch the pain and come back. Don't force it. But if this feels good and you're getting further, that's a good sign you need this. And now I can add a little bit of a breath out and sink into it more and get a better stretch there. After I've got 10 of those, then I can go into the hips. Or you can do the hips before that if you don't feel like getting up. So with the hips, we all know the crossing the leg stretch like this, or if you can see here, right, like this. This is great, but we tend to all do this. The problem is we're just really rounding the low back here that we just did back bends with. So doing this doesn't really make sense. We're trying to target the glute, the hip, or the piriformis. And so to do that, what you really want to do is think about when you cross your leg, you want a proud chest, and you're leaning that proud chest forward like this as opposed to rounding it. When you do this specifically, you will feel a notable stretch in that piriformis or that right hip. So we're gonna keep that proud chest. See, my spine is straight, kind of like I have a stick up my arse. I'm going here, I'm leaning forward. And when I feel that stretch there, I'm just gonna hold. If you'd like to, I mean, the thing to start with first is just kind of oscillate it back and forth, nice and easy, being aware that your spine is straight. Once you've got that, I like to add a little extra where I find that stretch. Now what I'm gonna do is push my knee and my ankle down. So I'm actually gonna contract my leg on this side. I'm gonna push it down, and I'm gonna hold, take a deep breath for a few seconds, and then breathe out and lean into it a little further. We can use our breath to get a little bit more out of it. So see from the side, I'm gonna push down, I'm gonna lean forward, feel that stretch, hold, deep breath, and then breathe out, lean a little bit further. Let's do 4 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. And I'll do 1 more, and breathe out. You can see how much further I got. And then obviously do that on the other side as well. Good, so there you have it. That's the 3 parts. You have the neck, the mid-back, the low back, and you have the hips or piriformis all together. So you're getting rid of all those tight areas that are constantly in that C catastrophe position, and we're opening up so we can better set in that S position. Now here's the thing, is we can do that and that helps, but if we just go back to this here, you're just kind of unwinding all that work you're doing, and it's constantly a revolving door, right, to stretch all the time. You know, you should do this maybe once or twice a day, and that should be able to suffice. If you find yourself you have to do it multiple times a day, there's something missing, and typically that missing part is postural support. We just don't hold ourselves here. A matter of minutes, we're gonna be doing this, or seconds. So what do? Do you just remind yourself? Do you wear a dog collar? Do you wear these devices that hold you there? No, really the simple thing to do is get a lumbar roll. And if you don't have a lumbar roll or Mackenzie lumbar roll, get an Amazon, is you roll up a towel, a bath towel, you fold it in half, roll it up. It's about the same size as this guy, but these are convenient because it straps onto your chair. And what this does is that it holds your low back in that normal curve to keep you in that S or safety position. So if I scoot my arse back here, scoot my butt all the way back, my feet flat, and you can move your chair up or down, whatever you need to do, and I place it in my low back right here, and I rest my upper back against the backrest. Now I'm relaxed. I'm not holding myself here, and I'm in a pretty darn good position, and now I can adapt my workspace to me as opposed to being like a troll or a gremlin and adapting yourself to the workspace like this, right? So if I'm just sitting at the edge of my chair or no lumbar support here, like if I get rid of this, I sit here, it's eventually gonna turn into this, right? Because I have nothing supporting my low back. So very simply, I put it behind my back, and now I'm resting in a good position. That's the number one key to help you maintain it. But that doesn't mitigate all the effects of sitting. You still gotta get up every hour and just go to the bathroom. And speaking of which, drink more water. Get a reusable water bottle, drink more water. Why? Hydration's healthy, and it makes you get up out of your seat to go use the bathroom more often, which means you get a change of posture, a change of position, and movement is good for you. So there you have it. That's your 5-minute daily mobility for desk workers. Use this in the morning, in the middle of the day, end of the day. Doesn't really matter, but just do it. And if you like this content, you want to get more specific, especially for low back, because a lot of desk workers have low back issues, check out this video here. I'm not sure which side it is, but it's daily mobility for low back specifically. And then also I'll link up here is this routine done with you. So actually do it in real time together. So that way you can get used to this routine.